All right, I'm feeling spicy today. Let's start with Henry. 3 minutes on the clock. Go.
I mean, it's Sean Payton. Everybody knows who Sean Payton is.
I've made a terrible mistake.
I mean, 15 years he's been an NFL coach. 15 seasons. 16 years, there was that one in the middle that we don't really talk about. But in the 15 seasons he was a head coach, I mean, what, made the playoffs 9 times? Won a Super Bowl? Averaged 1 playoff win in those 9 playoff appearances. That's a pretty good rate. 23rd, I believe, winningest head coach in terms of total wins in NFL history. 24th in winning percentage. I mean, it's Sean Payton. His offense is, I think, 6 times they're ranked first in either points or scoring in the NFL. The results kind of speak for themselves. The results really speak for themselves. I mean, the offensive mind might be one of the best alive right now. A lot of it's built on a smart passing game, finding ways to put defenders in conflict, get open receivers right over the middle. It's Sean Payton. Like, he's a really, really good coach. He's a really good coach. If the Broncos could get him, it'd be a great deal.
Well, and the reason that he's a really good coach is because he's an offensive genius when it comes to there. You're not hiring Sean Payton to come in and make this defense competitive and have a really balanced attack. No, that's not what Sean Payton had in New Orleans. He had a couple of years where he had a top 10 defense, but you also look, he had a bottom 10 defense more years than not. So you're hiring him for the offensive mind that he is, and Henry touched on it. He was a head coach for 15 seasons in New Orleans. He had a top 10 offense all but 4 years. So 11 of those 15 seasons, he had a top 10 offense, including 2 different times where he had the number 1 scoring offense. A couple of other times, about 10 or 9 of those times when he was in the top 3 in scoring. That's what you're getting with Sean Payton. You're getting a guy who not only is great on offense, but can work with undersized quarterbacks, as he had so much success. Took Drew Brees from being a good quarterback to a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even need to split hairs here. We are talking about one of the greatest offensive minds in the history of football. Sean Payton is right in the same conversation as Mike Shanahan, in the same conversation as Bill Walsh, in the same conversation as Andy Reid, all these guys. Now, I'm not saying he's better than them, but he is in that conversation. He's one of the greatest offensive minds in the history of the NFL. And let's also not get this twisted. He made Drew Brees. Drew Brees did not make him. He took a guy who was an average at best quarterback when he got him and turned him into a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the most prolific passers of all time. It's why I've been so high on him for a few weeks now. It's why I don't care about trading Bradley Chubb to get him. He is an all-timer when it comes to offense, and there's nothing, and I truly mean nothing, that this Denver Broncos organization and also fan base needs more than a little bit of offense.
And man, that is certainly what they need, and that's what Sean Payton brings. So that's Sean Payton in 3 minutes right there.